Well, the other day, a guy named Harrison Butker, who is a place kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs, spoke at a place called the Benedictine College. And he gave a graduation speech in which most evangelicals stood to their feet and applauded. And I said, wait a minute, whoa, hang on. There's a sinister agenda woven throughout this speech. And I don't know why you people aren't catching it, but I'll show it to you. You ready?
And yes, as Catholics, his Catholic faith, Catholic, authentically and unapologetically Catholic.
Well, the other day, Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker did a speech where he encouraged women to be homemakers. This is NBCnews.com. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker has aggravated one of the internet's biggest culture wars by telling a class of college graduates that one of the most important titles a woman can hold is a homemaker. Yeehaw! I agree with that. During a commencement speech last week at Benedictine College, a Catholic liberal arts school in Atchison, Kansas, the NFL player railed against abortion, Pride Month, and COVID-19 lockdown. Drawing the most viral backlash this week, however, was a section of his speech in which he addressed the female graduates specifically, telling them that it's women who have had the most diabolical lies told to them. Now, we've said that on this channel with Third Adam 3, Rise of the Divine Feminine. But there's more to it than this. He said this: how many of you are sitting here now about to cross the stage and are thinking about the promotion and titles you're going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. And yay, everybody is just sitting there going, yay, that's really good. Thanks, Harrison. You're a hero of the conservative right. You're a hero of Christianity. You're a hero for telling women to get out of college and go home. Boy, you really stuck it to the leftists. Wait. There's more going on here than just conservatism and homemaking. It's Roman Catholicism woven all through this. This is not conservatism. This is Catholicism that he is promoting. And I'm going to show you what he means by the things that he is saying. And guys, if you've not taken the time yet to go watch Third Adam, it's available on our YouTube channel, the whole series right here, starting with Third Adam 1, 2, 3, 3X. There's a Third Adam with no music, of course, and Russian translation. We even have a Spanish translation in there. And go watch all those if you want to get the full context of what we're saying. So let's go to the part where Harrison talks about, you know, you ladies are going to get some lies told to you. You need to go home and be homemakers and whatever. Let's examine what he's saying. And I want you to understand, this is not a stand for conservative homemaking traditional values. This man is preaching a false gospel when he is saying this. I want you to hear what he's saying. Check this out.
You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you.
And I agree with that. We deal with that Third Adam 3.
Now, about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career.
And that's,
some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel,
which
would be the first to say
I agree with what he's saying.
Life truly started.
Like, I think most women, I don't know, I just think it's unnatural to want to have a career over children. I just don't think that's necessarily natural. So on the surface, I agree with what he's saying.
When she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
And now he's going to tell you how he met his wife.
I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school.
And he cries and everybody cheers.
To the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker.
Well, now, everybody right there just stops at the surface, and they don't question, what is the faith that she converted to? It's not the Christian faith, it's the Catholic faith. And everybody cheers and has just a moment over this. And I think most people get caught up in the emotion without being objective and actually hearing what this man is saying. So we'll let him have his moment here, but let's listen together for just a second. Let's go past that. Here's where it gets very exciting.
She's a primary educator to our children. She's the one who ensures I never let football or my business become a distraction from that of a husband and father. She is the person that knows me best at my core, and it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation. And it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation.
And it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation.
Touchdown. It is, I'm going to back that up. I want you to hear it. Back it up.
Best at my core. And it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation.
Did you hear what the man said? The man literally stood in front of a Catholic college and said, my wife's most important role is a homemaker and wife. Later on in the speech, he even says, we're going to perpetuate the Holy Church through childbearing. And he says there in this speech, it is through our marriage that we will hopefully obtain salvation. Why did he say that? I'm going to tell you why. It's because Catholicism is a damnable, ridiculous, terrible, dreadful mystery religion. It is a false gospel, a false teaching, and people who embrace this false gospel are going to hell. Look just go to the internet, and there's a bajillion different sources for this, but go look up the 7 sacraments of the Holy Roman Catholic Church, which is neither holy, Roman, nor Catholic. It is an abomination. It is a mystery cult. And in the Catholic mind, these people honestly believe that if you do these 7 sacraments, which they are right here on the screen for you guys, okay? Baptism, confirmation, the Eucharist, confession, anointing the sick, holy orders, and matrimony. They believe that if you do all of those things, then you will go to heaven when you die. It is a works-based religion based on those 7 things. This poor lost soul believes that because his marriage is under the authority of the Catholic Church, then somehow like a bingo card or some sort of frequent flyer punch 3x5 card that you get if you get all 7 of them, you get a free ticket to heaven. He believes he has punched one of these holes. He believes that he is now 1/7 of the way on the sure road to heaven because of his wife. That's what this man is preaching. And everybody he told his wife to be a homemaker. Oh, this is so good. No, it's not. That is not what he is saying. What he is saying is that my wife and I got married under the authority of the Catholic Church, and so because of that, we are now in a lot better shape to hopefully go to heaven. What a wicked cult. What a wicked religion. That's exactly what this guy is saying. And that's not how you get to heaven at all. I'm going to go and just show you real quick. In Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9, for by grace you are saved through faith. You're not saved through sacraments. There's no works, there's no water, there's no wafers that can get you to heaven. There are no sacraments that you can get you to heaven. It says, for by grace you are saved through faith, and not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Even go into John 1, 12, it says right there, talked about Jesus Christ. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. I don't see sacraments in the Bible. There are none. Especially in the New Testament, the gospel of the grace of God. There are none in the New Testament. What you are getting when you get these 7 sacraments is you are getting an adaptation of a Babylonian mystery cult, worshipped and merged in like some sort of gooey Play-Doh abomination with Christianese language. The idea of going into a confession booth with a priest who is not married, who wears a dress, who calls himself father, who wears his dress backwards, and telling him all the little dirty little secrets of your personal private life is, first of all, it's just weird. Second of all, It's not in the Bible. It's not Christianity. It's not biblical. Oh my, what a burden I would bear if I really thought I had to do those 7 things on the screen or I'd go to hell. What a burden I would bear. What a burden. But just look at this picture. These people believe that if they do these 7 things, they're going to heaven when they die, or they have a lot better chance. And when this football player gets up and he tells everybody it's through our marriage we're going to try to obtain salvation.
A husband and father. She is the person that knows me best at my core, and it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation.
What a disaster. I can't believe you evangelical influencers didn't catch that. I cannot believe you people didn't catch that. This is mystery religion. I'm just, forgive me. The lies that are out there are so many. It's like I'm playing whack-a-mole with Satan. And I just feel like I got one hammer and there's so many. I don't even know what to do. And sometimes I just feel like, am I the only one that sees this? Am I crazy? Everybody on Twitter is just praising this man. Christian people who supposedly believe the gospel are praising, but nobody caught. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm like, am I the tinfoil hat guy, or is Christianity in America this undiscerning? What's wrong? So many lies, so many false religions. I'm going to stick with the truth, man. That's what I'm going to do. And if you don't believe in what I'm doing, that's fine. But I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. So help me God. We love you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. We'll see you soon. There was a day where I was sitting at my desk and I was studying the false religions of the world, and it all just clicked. The Lord revealed things to me that I just had to get out, and I dedicated a large portion of my time to this. We put documentaries together trying to explain to you this grand illusion that was materializing right before my very eyes. We told you, and we told you, and we told you it was coming. And the reaction was mixed. Some people said this was the greatest thing they'd ever seen. Some people said that I was just another Pharisee, just another false teacher. We'll let the Lord decide. But we've tried to tell you every angle of this that we knew, and we've tried to reveal it to you. This is so wicked that even the Apostle John, when he saw it, he marveled and wondered. So what more is there for me to do? The only thing I can tell you now, stop everything you're doing and go watch Third Adam. Your very soul may be at stake.
what came against you. We need to see difficulties in a new light. Instead of being upset, under your breath, just whisper, "Thank you, you just served me."
Oh.
Before Jesus could be crucified and rise from the dead, he had to be betrayed.
That's just...
If everyone would have loved Jesus, if everyone would have been for him, we wouldn't have salvation. Judas didn't come up with that on his own. He was a pawn in the hand of God. He was serving Jesus' destiny. Jesus understood without the betrayal, he couldn't fulfill his purpose. You could say that Judas did more for Jesus than any of the other disciples. Patient to overlook an offense. The scripture said, you need them to reach your destiny. From A to B to C. Sometimes he's going to finish.
1 hour later. 3 hours later.
Joseph did. As a
Approximately 10 hours later.
Wow, this book made me feel a lot better. Everybody should have a copy of the Doctrine Matters Bible Topic Guidebook. Order yours today.
Joseph had plenty of reasons to live better, but you never read where he complained. You never read where he had a bad attitude.